Namaste. For those who have already listened to my journey from Delhi to this place, they might be curious about how was I motivated or from where did I get inspired. Though from my childhood I was very attracted towards the Himalayas and I always wanted to come here, even like maybe it was due to my past life samskaras. But then the actual push was due to many reasons. The circumstances inside the ashram which prevented me from diving deep into sadhana, and because the ashram didn't give us time enough for like even for a few days, and it didn't allow us to spend time in solitude because these weren't provided to us in the ashram. That's why I also wanted to leave the ashram for my solitary sadhana. Apart from that, there was this book that came to my hands in the Delhi ashram. It was about Peace Pilgrim. The name of the book was Peace Pilgrim, and she was an American lady back in the 1950s, I think, if I'm not wrong, just after the Second World War. She went from like the whole North American continent. She walked from one place to another and kept preaching peace to everyone whom she came across. And that was not only the only thing. The thing was that she walked most of the time and refused to use any other means of transport most of the time until like she had become aged afterwards. In the American society where people aren't very habituated to, with beggars or with vagabond monastics, people who might need help on road kind of thing. Even there, she had the courage and the guts to, roam about the whole society, American society, without money, without any essential things with her. She only carried a comb and a toothbrush with her, not even a water bottle. And she had vowed, because to her it felt like a spiritual calling to preach peace. She had taken this oath to keep walking until she met someone and was talking to someone, and she won't beg for food or water or shelter or anything unless people came and offered to her these things spontaneously. So she would often go without food, without the necessary things of life, like without shelter. She would sleep on the footpath, on the roadsides, in parks or beneath trees, and completely dependent on the grace of God. And that her story, her life moved me like very much. And I thought like she was preaching peace, that also in an American society, living like a sadhu. If she can do it in an American society where people aren't like, they won't offer food like this, they won't, if you are passing by, okay, like they won't come and suddenly ask for you like whether you have eaten or not, do you want food or something, like and she had taken the oath to not beg. So it's not that she will go and she will not speak up, or she won't say that she was hungry and had not eaten. So it seemed amazing, like if she had the guts to do this in an American society. In our society, people are naturally very helpful. If they see and if they recognize you as a sadhu or as a devotee or even as a pilgrim, people in the villages, in everywhere you go, they will often ask you, have you eaten? Do you need to stay? Do you need water? Like everything people will ask here. Our culture is, it is already there in the culture. So here it's easy to do it. So Peace Pilgrim, after having read this book, I thought that, well, what am I afraid of? Like in our culture, people will always come up, and I won't face much problem. If she can do this in an American society, so, and all the incidents of divine grace in her book also, like suddenly she would face something, and the way she was always protected and helped out, and that was amazing. I would recommend interested people to really go and read the book. That was amazing. Peace Pilgrim. So that was a book that inspired me a lot when I left the ashram, and to gather the courage to follow my intuition. So namaste.